Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Anno 1800 Extreme, to the city of donkeys and cattle. That is of course our main city at the moment, which is thriving, I should say. So we are expanding, of course. We have now artisans, we have even a theater where people can make some jolly good evenings, and also of course lots of police forces. We do need them because my people, while they're happy, they also like to riot from time to time. So I do need to care for all those things at the moment that is beating down and stuff like that. Now in Scanlan, we want to do something else now. We need space, right? The city is really stuffed at the moment. It's a small island for Anno 1800 standards, and we do want to continue now with some further optimization, some further space that we need, and that is this industry area here that I've built in the beginning. It served us well so far, but it is no longer necessary here. To be honest, I could have started with the industry area right away in Swanell with all of these things, but it didn't make sense at the point back in the days, right? So now it makes a bit more sense, and now we can really go crazy here with, slaughterhouses and stuff like that. And I would like to do this. Let's actually have us the next industry area then, and that is in Swanell. Of course, we do have our occasional attacks then here, but that's just the gunboat of the Admiral. And I would like to really get crazy now here with that industry area. We do have the wood here that we probably don't really need anymore, to be honest. We have space over there as well, so I could use the space for some more industry. Let's keep them for now, and let's just go crazy here for now, and that is with the slaughterhouses, of course. So Swanell is not going to be that pretty anymore in the future, right? But that is to be expected at some point. And let's go ahead. Yep, that's some 2 full blocks of slaughterhouses. That's 8 of them, which would lead to 8 sausages per day. Now, I would like to also satisfy my needs in Swanell right away, right? So we do have the soap here and sausage, and as we can see, we have a production of 2, a consumption of 2 for the sausages, and in Scanlan we have the consumption of 5, so that's 7, that's 10 as a maximum that I would like to calculate. For now we got 8, so we can have 10 with that. We could also go ahead with still a few more here, right? So let's actually do this, and let's not keep them too close each time, because of course fire likes to spread quickly. That's a lot. I think that's fine for now, right? So let's go ahead, build us that warehouse. And oh, really? Oh, there is actually a ship of the line down here. Demon's Pit is under siege. Do we need? Do I need to have actually? Rachel, by the way, you can go to Calavera now that we are in the area. Do I need some more ships here? Because we are very close. In front of the Admiral's Island, of course, and he is no joke. He's the strongest one of the NPCs right now, yet he's still going to lose that ship of the line. That was stupid of him. He would give us some money actually for ceasefire, but I'm going to decline. And yeah, we have no problem here at the moment. That's looking good, even though he definitely has an eye on Demon's Pit. That's the slaughterhouses. Next up on my list would be soap. Now for soap, I can use this whole area here. Let's go ahead and do this. There's the triple road. Probably going to have a warehouse in this area. Now we do need 1 soap in Swanell, and we do need 2 in Scanlan. We have a production of 4 at the moment, but I would probably go up to as high as 6 to 8. Let's calculate with 8 for now, because that makes things a bit easier. That means I do need to have 8 rendering works, which is really just 2 blocks. Also that beach area that we want to use then as well for something, right? No idea yet what, but we definitely need it for something. And then I do need to have, that's around 2-4 soap factories. That's about it. I could keep it like that, to be honest, and then we have another warehouse here to just get them in as well. Let's build both of these warehouses while we're in the area as well, and definitely also a fire station. That's just as much soap as we're probably ever going to need, to be honest, because of course I can still also boost them just fine. And here let's just have a few more houses then, kind of like that. Alright, and that's sausage, soap, and then we could have bread as a further means of industry then as well.
are healthy again.
Alright, the plague is over in Piratello, so that hospital served us well. for this area. Another thing we need to do now is we need to adjust our trade routes to Swanel, right? So we are no longer exporting the pigs over, rather than using them for ourselves. So this trade route here is actually going to change now. The scallop, where is it? It's on its way somewhere over here for the moment, under attack. How very nice. And it's going back home now because it's going to have some other purposes. We have the pig production in Swanel, so that makes things really easy, right? So we can basically just go ahead now and build them, to be honest. We got the workforce too. So let's do this. That's some 8 slaughterhouses now. They're going to provide the sausage then as well in Swanel, leading to a nice boost of workforce on the island as well. Another thing I would like to do is let's get rid of... No, I will need to have 2 schools if I want to go down this route. Let's just check it out, because we definitely want to boost that workforce here. There would be 1 school here and 1 school here at some point. So let's start here in this area. Can easily squeeze 1 in. Let's actually build it right away. Right, so this is 1 need fulfilled, and it will lead to a nice bump up in workforce there once more. And since it's school, let's have some ornaments around, some temperate growth for kiddies to play around with. No room for parks at the moment, I'm sorry for that. Let's also continue with the upgrading. So Swanel is a worker town, right? So more workers, we have plenty of space to upgrade, plenty of farmers that we can upgrade. Leads to a nice bump in workforce once more, but of course also in consumption for the basic needs. So work cloth is still stable, fish is stable, and the sausage will now come in then as well, leading to another bump in workforce. By the way, got 1 fire station here, a second one, and 1 police. That should be fine for now. And then we have the whole soap production. And as I said, well, let's start with those 4 rendering works. That leads to 2 soap factories that we can use. By the way, that fire station, let's also have this one working. And that's going to be 4 soap for now. But of course, it's only a beginning. We do need to get some more bricks and steel beams over. Let's do this. We got plenty of clippers now. And yeah, I'm just really happy how we crippled Miss Hunt, right? She is a beast usually, but in that case, destroying her ships whenever leaves the port is making it very hard for her to expand. So she's got this smaller channel there. I'm going to leave it open for her for now, because I'm not a monster. And she can thrive with that small channel that she has for the moment. Everything else is pretty tightly secured. I will probably still need to get at least 1 ship down there to Demon's Pit. Because I'm a bit scared of the Admiral, to be honest. So he can always have some surprise attacks in store. Hippopotamus, that is a very fitting name for a clipper, I guess. Let's get some bricks. We do need plenty of bricks in Swanel. And also some steel beams here, get it over. And probably also some 20 tons of more weapons. With the bricks, let's bump it up with the soap production, doubling it essentially now. Probably... No, let's also get us some more pig farms out there. 2 more should be fine for the moment. And upgrade that warehouse down there. Very good. Now we can remodel our trade routes a bit. So where we had the pigs and the planks, we can now change it a bit, right? So planks is still, of course, getting over there. So sorry, planks we're still getting over to Scanlan, because in Scanlan we almost don't have any plank production anymore. And in Swanel, we are also now getting, in addition, the sausages over. And the scallop can continue with that. In addition, we need a new trade route that gets now the soap over from Swanel. There it is. And we do need, a new ship. Blobfish Beauty is ready for the task. Now that's 2 more ships that are going to be on this channel here. So it's getting a bit more busy, and we have finished the pier for the occasion. This should be fine. Rachel has also returned, or has actually arrived now in the New World, so we can use her defensive powers with the weapons. And by the way, in the Ruby, we now have everything ready for some cannons. And let's start with those 2 cannons here on those sides. I think we could actually have another one with a few more planks then, but that's fine. And with that, we can now get this ship of the line here back home to my main area that we can further defend. Alright, production is in full swing in Swanell and... Oh, under attack? From what? There is nothing here. Probably was a pirate or something. Oh, by the way, my fish here once more. And what we can do now is we can open up, of course, the sausage and the soap for the people of Swanell. This will lead to a nice bump here, also in money, of course, but in workforce, which is just equally important and makes people happy a bit as well. That leads to a production surplus of 7 and 6, and in Scanlan we do need 5 and 2. So we have a very good surplus now of those goods. For the piggies, I can see that we actually have a bit of a negative balance now, so we'll need to ramp it up there for with my pig farms. So let's build 4 more. That's 4 more tons of pigs every minute. On the ocean, meanwhile, Miss Hunt is having another ship of the line. Perhaps we can actually take it down while it's in the area. I could also use my torpedoes. New orders? Increases the damage to sailing ships for 45 seconds. But it's very fast, really. And we might actually take it down. Not actually giving her any chances of building up a fleet is what I would like to achieve here. There you go. Now in Scanlan, as we can see, the industry is already not working anymore because there's no resources in, which is a good thing. We can finally get rid of them. This also improves my attractiveness of Scanlan from a funeral city to a dreary city. Nice bump in the world. Nice bump up. And of course we can do the same thing for the rendering works and the soap factories. Let's get rid of all of this. Leaving behind a few more bakeries, and this is also something I would like to change. So we do have the grain right now. And the grain goes from Jensen to Swanell. No. Is it going to Swanell? Yeah, that's for the beer, of course. We do have the flour production though, and this is something I would like to change now because the flour gets actually over to Scanlan. I will also get rid of the schnapps trade because of that. Or we're just using this one. Yeah, let's actually just switch Scanlan to Swanell and get the schnapps over there anyway. Right? So this is something we can perfectly do. In Jensen we pick up the flour. Let's make it 3 times because I don't know if I boost it then in the future. An adventure is going to be on this route. And it still has some schnapps on board. We don't need that anymore though. There it is. Let's drop it off again. And that brings the flour over. So we have the grain now here and the flour. And with that we can also start the bakeries. I will still need some more bricks though. So one of my clippers can do the job. Castiller. Yeah, we have 80 tons of bricks available. Let's actually get all of this over. And some more steel beams. And yeah, not careful enough, we lost the clipper. That was quick. Holy cow, Alonso, you are starting to annoy me. That was my adventure. Hippopotamus, you're available. You take over the job there, getting the flour over. Let's move that ship of the line a bit further over to secure this area there too. So as we can see, any kind of weakness that I have in my defenses is being immediately used by the opponents to destroy my ships. And the money that we have, by the way, 250,000 coin right now, I don't need that much for my industry, right? So what we can do is we can start investing into the opponent's main islands. So we got Alonso and the Admiral, both very strong at the moment. And I might actually invest into the Admiral because I think he's the stronger one. And with 136,000 coin, we could purchase one of these shares. It also gives me a share value of 580. That means if I purchase this one now, we bump it up on our balance with the share value now. Share income is at 580. And with that, we're investing our money into other opponents' industries or businesses. That is their main island. And where's the attack? It's just the pirate, I think. And with that, we are also binding our faith to them, right? So if the Admiral suffers, for example, the share value goes down, of course, and we need to be careful to not harm him, for the moment at least. The total takeover cost here would be 1.5 million. So if we had that kind of money, we could take over the whole island. That is, if the Admiral doesn't fight back on it, which he surely would. Now Swanel has the next bricks in, and that I would like to use now for the bread production. We can do this up here, to be honest, right? The flour gets over, and I really just need the bakeries over there. Nothing else, I think. We have at the moment 5 bakeries working in Scanlan. Is it not more bread that I need at this point? So the production is 6 in total. We do need 5 in total, and in Swanel we don't even consume bread for the moment. By the way, with that we would also have then all the needs fulfilled for the workers in Swanel. I could boost them to artisans if I'm that crazy, but of course that would just explode my consumption rates. So let's go ahead and build us some 8 bakeries for the moment. Right, that is probably enough. I don't even know how many flour mills we have at the moment. 3, so 6 bakeries are possible. 6 of them, yeah, and that's it. Right, that's all the bread that I'm going to need for a while. And the flour is already coming over. There it is. I still need a new trade route though, and that is the bread, right? Because right now we're not having anything here. We do have the soap. So I could, let's keep it specialized, right? Blufffish is for the soap, and let's create a new one for bread. So this is also going from Swanel to Scanlan, and we are going to pick up the bread then in Swanel, which is not there yet, but of course it's going to be. And Castilla, yeah, you can do the job. By the way, we are then out of clippers again. I'm building another ship of the line already, and another clipper, 2 more clippers here, and 2 more ship of the line. So we still, up to this point, keep both of my shipyards busy. We have that many productions at the moment that we need. The building materials are in for my next project. That is a pier now in Swanel as well. Now Swanel of course is getting busy, as we can see. What I would like to do though is first we are going to change the... I only have... No, there's another beach available. Very good. Didn't even notice this. We have lots of beaches in Swanel. Let's get this one over, build it, and then we can have some fisheries in this area. Even though, bear in mind that we probably... we can actually do this, because there's the cliffs and usually it breaks it. But in that case that was fine, and we could have another one then here as well, right? And probably one more up here. And only that one is then problematic, as we can see. So that's fine. That's a lot of fisheries for this area. Let's build 3. And with that we can get rid of those 3 here, right? And with that space that we have now, we can go ahead with some more depots. As I said, I like to have the depots kind of like acting as keys. So we could make it like that, for example, 2 times. And then we have the pier here. And I could actually get 2 piers over. I think I probably will need 2 anyway at some point. Let's go ahead and have 1 here for now. And build it.
Awaiting new horizons.
Because the traffic, of course, is only increasing in this area. Let's also go ahead and build us the bakeries. That's 6 of them. Oh, and of course we do need the warehouse there too. Let's upgrade it too. Oh, by the way, no, that's only plank production. It's fine.
Have the steel.
I might actually consider bumping it up even 1 more step. So we do have, of course, our boosted grain here. Whew. I think they're out of the shops now, are they? No, they still have the schnapps. They still have schnapps, plenty of that as well. Do we have any kind of trade ship connecting those 2? The grain it would be, right? In Janssen, we're picking up the grain to Swanel, getting over to Scanlan. I cannot do anything here though to get the schnapps over.
A new commission.
Alright, busy port that is Swanel. Also with the bread now. Perfect. By the way, while we are in the trade route menu, let's actually group it up a bit because it's getting a bit too complicated. Then let's create a new group here. That is the New World group.
Ship under attack.
Right, so let's keep things organized. New Worlds, that's where the rum gets over. And we also have the charter route here. Let's also... Oh, I cannot add a charter route to an existing group. That's interesting. I didn't notice. So this charter route here is special, and it's the sugarcane, of course. Though I might actually build me 2 more clippers for the new world, just to be sure. And Undine could actually get over there if I want to. Lots of attacks once again. It's a pirate in the area. There is still this area over there that is not fortified yet. So I might actually send me 2 Ship of the Lines over to fortify this area. And yeah, with that we can also get rid of the bread, by the way. It's now on another island. And I can, yeah, get rid as much as it hurts me, actually get rid of these warehouses there. And look at that! We have a space. We have space for more city expansion right over here. We have the planks, and I think we have the warehouse and the marketplace close too. I think we can then just go ahead and get us some more people over here. This is not going to work. Nah, that's fine. The warehouse, the marketplace goes all the way over here. No, wait a second. I want to do it differently here. So let's have this one still there. But of course, the main road continues onwards. And then we're going to have our blocks here. Yeah, they should theoretically all get their paved roads. Let's actually pave the road here. And for the bridge as well. This is expensive, but it's going to be worth it long-term wise. So we have now a stone bridge, high and mighty, on this river. And that should give me a good... We can actually check it out, building that farmer residence. How high do we get here? To 92% only. That's not going to be enough. But I will have then another marketplace in this area at some point, right? 94 it's actually. Really, it's not better than this? I was hoping that we do get a better range. Nah, it remains at 94, so that's how high it can get. So we cannot upgrade them right now to workers, right? I will need to have another warehouse, a marketplace then here somewhere. In the future, unfortunately, because bridges are really not great for expanding the influence. Let's build those houses. Let's keep those guys here for the moment. Right, and then I can just go ahead with triple road. And some more houses then here. And this is where the fields of potatoes are starting. Probably need to get rid of them as well at some point. So far so good. We can now expand with Scanlan. I might also have a look at this area in the future here to further improve my workforce. And as we can see, 1,000 workers we have, so I can go ahead and upgrade a few more people. Let's do this to get us a few more artisans. And each artisan building actually gets now rum and beer in, further boosting my influence there and my money. So far so good. Stay tuned.